Yeah, right, guys. Yeah, it's Craig here. Sat in a car on a hill. Right, I'm actually up at what's now called Lincoln Bishop University. I had to go and do some work up here. I've got two jobs at the moment. Well, I'll do telecommunications, radio communications services, and the business is registered up here. I also got another. Well, I suppose I've got another business really, where I work with students receiving disabled student allowance, 1-to-1. Some of it's remote, some of it's in person. So I've been working with a student for the last hour, and I'm back to the car. Now, what we got here? VHF 70 megahertz, 4 meters wavelength. Right, it's an old Tait T2010 Mark II two-way radio. Now I've got plugged into the cigarette lighter. Now, yeah, there's no. I'm not practicing what I'm preaching here because I'd normally say, yeah, it needs to be fused. Should have a fuse. And I haven't actually got a fuse in line between this and the cigarette socket where it's gone. So, yeah, but I didn't tell you that. You should have a fuse. But we're going to try it out. Somewhere is a microphone. It's actually recording. Yeah. There you go. Microphone. So, let's fire it up. Now, no, let's not fire it up. What I should do is plug the antenna in. Right. It's on tight. It's wobbly that. Yeah, I bought this antenna. I wanted one with a BNC connector. That's a BNC on the end. They didn't have one, so they gave me this adapter, which I'm totally happy with. It does work. Famous last words. Right. So let's switch the ignition on. Now, in keeping with my usual videos, I haven't really prepared this, have I? Let's get the keys up. There we go. And all the chocolate wrapper. I'm just eating a bar of chocolate. Living at £1.50 for a bar of chocolate out of the machine. Crazy. Right. I'm just trying to fumble for the ignition. Right, better take the car out of gear in case I actually accidentally turn it on. Get the steering lock off. Right, here we go. Turn the ignition on. And that beep, we have lights on. Now, let's have a look. There we go. So I've just turned the squelch off. Now I'm going to put the antenna on. I'm going to see whether this is a 4-meter radio. Let's get this a bit. Four meters. Now 4 meters is 70 megahertz roughly. 4 meters being the wavelength. 70 megahertz being the frequency. Now, let's turn that noise off a minute. Wavelength is inverse to frequency. So the higher the frequency, so that says 70 megahertz on it. If this was 140 megahertz, it would be 2 meters. So as the frequency gets higher, the wavelength gets lower. Anyhow, this is the 4-meter amateur radio band, which originally was mainly a British band, but it's become available in more places now, internationally. Don't know whether anyone's going to be on here, but let's have a listen. Let's have a play with it. Okay. Now, I've got an amateur radio license. Now, amateur radio is also, the Americans call it ham radio. It's a license, and there's different types of licenses. There's a foundation one going up to a full license, and what it allows you to do, depending on whether you've got the full license or whether you've got maybe a foundation or an intermediate, you can transmit on certain frequencies. Now, having the full license allows you to do more experimental stuff with it. So basically, you've got radio frequencies you can experiment with. You can build circuits and you can operate them on air. So it's very good for experimenting and learning. You need the full license to be able to start building your own equipment and using it on air. I do have a full license. And I'm going to make a call in a minute. This radio is a Tait. It's made in New Zealand, probably, I don't know, sometime in the 1990s. It's quite old, this thing is. And I've reprogrammed it to the amateur radio frequency. It's sort of thing that used to be used in taxis and buses, stuff like that. Right, let's try it. G7KJG, G7KJG, listening. Right, we're at top of Lincoln at the moment. That weird rushing noise is because it's an analog radio. It's an FM radio on analog. And I've turned the thing called the squelch off, which basically stops that horrible noise until you pick up a signal. But I've switched it off so you just hear the noise all the time. Now, I don't think, there's not many people on this frequency around here, but you do occasionally get someone. Let's try it again. Golf 7 Kilo Juliet Golf, Golf 7 Kilo Juliet Golf, listening. Now, I did try this from the house once, and yeah, someone came straight away. I was using a V-shaped dipole on a pole put onto the flat roof of my house. It was quite high. We're at quite high location here, but I'm trying to think. We're at Lincoln Bishop University in the car park at the moment. Trying to think of the geography around here. Whether, I suppose we're not right on the edge. We're not on the ridge of Lincoln, on the edge of the hill. We're not, so yeah, and there's a lot of houses around here, so that would attenuate or reduce the signal. So we may not be really getting out that far. Let's try it again. G7KJG, G7KJG, mobile, listening. And that's important. The first time I made a call, I should have said mobile. Otherwise, I should have a logbook and be recording these transmissions when I'm putting them out. Mobile, you don't need to do that. G7KJG, G7KJG, listening. Now, I can't remember off the top of my head what I've got. We've got 4 channels in here. Now, let's just try another channel. I don't remember which one's the calling frequency. I think it's channel 1. In fact, I'm almost certain it's channel 1, but we'll try. Have I written anything on it? No. G7KJG, G7KJG. Just try go for the frequencies. It's all programmed to the amateur radio frequencies, so I'm legal to transmit on them. Pretty sure channel 1 was the main calling frequency. G7KJG. Start again. G7KJG. Golf 7 Kilo Juliet Golf. Golf 7 Kilo Juliet Golf, listening. Right, let's go for the last channel. G7KJG, G7KJG, listening. Again, I forgot to say mobile. G7KJG, mobile, G7KJG, mobile, listening. So, it's all happening on a Thursday afternoon in Lincoln. It's a nice day though. We'll have a look round. There you go. Right. Yeah, as I say, I'm going to turn this off. Let's pick back on the. Right. Yeah, so back to the main calling frequency. I'll give it another call out, but I definitely was anyone on really. Golf 7 Kilo Juliet Golf, Golf 7 Kilo Juliet Golf, mobile listening. Right, so there you have it. A day on a sunny day on 70 megahertz or 4 meters VHF in Lincoln, on top of the hill in Lincoln, at Lincoln Bishop University, where I've been working this afternoon with a student. As I say, I also do work, radio communications work through Yes Way Communications, and they're based up here as well. So I could grab the post for them ones here as well. So got two things I do. Again, I've never scripted this. These videos, I just waffle. It's getting very hot in here. I must turn the fans on in a minute because I'm starting to roast, which is nice. It's makes a change from the usual rain we've been getting recently. Anyhow, this is Craig. I hope you found me talking to over the airwaves to absolutely no one at all, remotely interesting. Anyhow, catch you later. Bye.